Hi Flosstube, welcome back to Dawson Stitchery. My name is Bridget. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are old here, welcome back. So today is March 1st. It's about 10 o'clock at night, so I'm hoping to get this done pretty quickly so I can go to bed. But everyone's down for the night, including the baby. So I just wanted to get back on here to share. I have 3 whips to show you, some knitting, and a little bit of plans. No finishes today. So let's get into it, and then possibly later on we might get into a little life update. So let's go ahead and get started. This first one has been my focus piece currently. I've been trying to get this one finished. I'm almost finished the cross stitches. So this is the birth sampler I've been working on. And I was having a hard time choosing the coloring for the letters at the top because the chart, it only came with pink. So I just used this blue that came with the kit. You can see the blue is also sort of like in his wings right there. But yeah, it's coming along. I've been trying to do like at least like a letter a night. So like one night I'll do the H, one night I did the E. It's not always happening like that, but I'm at least getting a couple stitches in. Sometimes it's hard because I'm just like ready to go to bed when it's time, but it's coming along, and I plan to do like a before and after picture with this one. I think it'd be fun to see for the back stitching, like taking a before picture before the back stitching and then another picture after the back stitching is done, just to see the transformation. See, you can see like the letters have back stitching, the stork with the baby that's in the sack, and then also back stitching on the words. I'm hoping I have enough for the back stitching for the words. I think I will, but there was only a little bit of that blue color left, but we'll see. If anything, I'll pick something similar or close. And so there's that piece. And then this next one here is a vintage pattern that I have, and I'm doing this one right here, Bah Humbug. My husband actually picked out that one to do. So I'm doing it on 14 count Aida with the called for DMC. So that's what I have so far. I like little ornaments like this. I think they're really fun, and you can get them done fairly quickly. I think I'm out of ornament frames, because I would like to turn it into an ornament, I think. If not, maybe I will turn it into a little pillow and then make that as an ornament somehow. We'll see. And then finally, this last whip, I'm doing this for my son. Not much to look at right now. Let me show the pattern, the booklet. I found this booklet at a yard sale. It has really cool, some really interesting like finishing techniques in here. I'll show a couple. I thought this was interesting, this bag. And I used like some kind of piping around the design. I thought that was interesting. I got Goofy and a wreath in this one. And then they have Mickey and a clock finish. I thought that was really interesting. They have some like shirt designs, I'm sure, by using like waste canvas. Does anyone use waste canvas for projects? I think doing clothing would be really fun. I saw in a Facebook group, somebody was saying they use a water-soluble design, and they said that was a lot easier than the waste canvas. I mean, if anything, you could do like a small project with waste canvas, just see how you like it. But I couldn't see where the water-soluble fabric or medium, whatever you call it, how that would be easier. But anyway, this is the design that I am doing. Recently I did some of Goofy's ears, Pluto's ears, and I've gone over to Mickey's eyes and nose. So it's a little, and you can kind of make it out, yeah. See, like there's Mickey's eyes, and I started his nose. There's Pluto's ears and Goofy's ears, I think, and this is like part of Mickey's face on the side there. But that's what I've gone so far. I'm doing it on 14 count Aida with the called for DMC. And I'm making this for my son, and each time I pull it out, he's like interested. He's looking at it. I'm like, I'm stitching this for you, and he goes, for me? It's so cute. So he's really excited that I'm making something for him. Okay, so that was all of the whips I have currently. Again, no finishes today or starts. But I'm wanting to get into some knitting in this episode. So I wanted to share the first pair of socks that I have made. I finished these last year. And so they are definitely sisters, not, what is the saying? They're sisters, not twins. They're not twins, they're sisters. So I found out that I was actually, the way I was knitting, which I've knitted this pretty much like my whole life that I know of, I was twisting my stitches the way I was knitting. And so this is the one with the twisted stitches. You can see it's kind of like tight, and I don't know how to explain it, but I believe I heard of, like, can't remember if it was Marjorie Maid or Cam the Stitcher. They said they were twisting their stitches. So I was like, is that something that I'm doing? Like, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that could be a mistake when knitting. The sock still fits, and I've been wearing them. I've worn them like 2 or 3 times. They're very comfortable. But you can see this is the one that I was knitting correctly. So here's that one, and then here's the twisted one. So you can kind of see like the stitches aren't the same. This is the correct one. And I can't remember the yarn name, but I got it from my local yarn shop in Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. I believe it's in Harper's Ferry. I believe it's in Harper's Ferry. And it is called Yarnability. That's my local yarn shop. It's actually fairly close by. But yeah, I'm happy with how they turned out. For my first pair, I was very impressed with myself. And then just a few days ago, I finished my second pair. So here's my second pair. I do have large feet. But this one, I know, like, I get kind of impatient doing the cuffs. I only did like 10 to 12 rounds. And then I only did 30 rounds on the leg because I wanted more of a shorter, kind of a little bit higher than ankle socks. So there's the heel. With both of these, I've followed the Crazy Sock Ladies tutorial for vanilla socks. I also bought her pattern, but I mostly just watched the video. I find she's very good at instructing, and the instructions are easy to follow. So yeah, I was knitting correctly on both of these socks. They are knitted with Patton's Croy sock yarn. I will say it is more of like a thicker fingering weight sock yarn, but you can tell like this is kind of a workhorse yarn. Like I feel like it's gonna last a while, where these ones, I mean, you know, I haven't started wearing these yet, but these ones I've only wore 2 or 3 times. You can see like there's a little bit of halo and pilling, but when it comes to washing, I've been washing them on delicate and then just laying flat to dry. I didn't bother blocking them. Like, in my opinion, they're just socks. Like, what's the point of blocking them? It's not actual like garment people are gonna like see. And so that's all I had to show for knitting. I guess I'll get into plans, what I am fixing to work on. So this, of course, I'm planning to always have a pair of socks on the needles. Like, it is kind of addicting, you know, just going round and round and round, and then eventually, you know, getting to the heel or the toe. So that's pretty fun. So my plans for my next pair of socks is with this yarn. I actually found it at the thrift store with a few other hand-dyed skeins of yarn for only $10. Couldn't beat it, because if you know the price of hand-dyed yarn, this skein here would easily be 25 to 30 bucks. So I was pretty happy. So this yarn, it is from the Sheepyshire. Hand-dyed happiness. Let's see what it says. Fingering weight 75, superwash merino, 25 nylon, 460 yards, 100 grams, and the colorway is Skipper. So, staple sock. So that is my plans for my next pair of socks. Hopefully I'll get them up on the needles and I can show you next time. And so, of course, with my cross stitching, my plans is to keep working on the burst sampler, and hopefully I can at least, I will get to the back stitching. I don't know if I will finish it for the next video, but it's definitely on the docket to get this finished for my son, because he's about to turn 5 months old. And so I guess a little bit of life update. My oldest son just turned 3, so we had a little party at my grandparents' house. Just had cake and ice cream, and then my husband and I took him to the Shenandoah Valley Discovery Museum. That museum was pretty awesome. It definitely blew me away. There's 4 floors of open play, and so he had a ball. They had like a little construction zone. They had little wheelbarrows, and you know, the kids could pretend play. Then they had little train set that he loved, and they had a really big water table with like a water feature, and of course the kids had a ball playing in the water. And then up on the 4th floor, it was actually their rooftop, and so they had these like special, I don't know what you would call them, floor tiles sort of thing, but they were really like slick, and so it was to like imitate ice skating, and so you ice skated in your socks. And so he really had a ball doing that. And after doing that, we took him over to in Old Town, the museum's in Old Town Winchester, and just like a couple blocks away from the museum was a secondhand media store. And so we let him pick out a movie with his birthday money, and so he picked out Dory. So we've been watching that nonstop the past couple weeks. Yeah, and so I guess that's the most exciting thing that's happened recently this past weekend. Just got a lot of housework done and made a trip to Costco for a couple things. And on Saturday, Costco's a bear. Just gotta be patient, but I believe that's it. Can't think of anything else. Down in the comments, let me know that you stopped by. I love interacting with everyone and getting to know everyone. Let me know what you're working on. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll also put my email address down in the description if you'd like to email me instead. So I hope everyone has a good next couple weeks. I'll probably be back in a couple weeks again to give an update and let you know what I'm working on. All right, I hope everyone has a good day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.